Hey, this is my Life Path 8 business owners, entrepreneurs, or if you are transitioning from your career into the entrepreneurship phase, this is for my business owners basically. So, Life Path 8, we're going to give you some tips. I'm going to give you the rest of the year and going into 2026. Main focus 2026 energy and how you guys can expand and grow rapidly using the energy that we have as well as your unique numerology chart. Now, I'll give you some examples within myself as well too to help you guys maneuver it. So this year is a universal year 9. This was all about releasing and surrendering and seeing how you can show up globally in a bigger way. Now, once you release and surrender, then new would be ushered in because next year is a universal 1 year. And at 8, you can be a life path 8 along with the universal energy of 1. You can really combine for some forceful action. But I'm going to give you the first up is don't burn out. It is going to significantly matter what your personal year is, but seeing how you're a life path 8 and we're going into a 1 energy, which is all about like speed and quick action. It's ruled by the sun. So try to avoid burnout. You're gonna have the masculine. You're gonna have the masculine. You're gonna have to balance your masculine and your feminine energy. Masculine. You see, that's the first word that just came out my mouth. You guys are gonna be in a dominant masculine energy a lot because of that. You're just gonna feel to power through, but you must take rest. Make sure that you're consciously saying, "Hey, I've been going at this for like 8 hours today. It's time for me to take a break." Because that's how you receive. You don't receive in the doing, you receive after you've done and you're sitting back and now the orders come in. Now the new clients show up. It's not when you're actually doing the work of sending out the emails or making the videos. It's after the receiving part. But if you're working all day, how can you receive? You know what I mean? So you have to make sure to balance that and know when to draw your energy back and surrender and just so you can receive, okay? And the big thing with this year is whatever was happening in your business, that was tip 1. 2 here now is whatever that was happening in your business that needed to be replaced, renewed, could be employees, it could be the way you were doing things before, it could be marketing routines, or it just could be you've been doing business a certain way for 5 years, 10 years. Specifically, we're going to go within that time. It could be longer. And if it's not working this year, it needs to be reassessed, renewed, so you can usher in for something new. Because it's about expansion. You guys are an expansion energy. It's supposed to be expanding because you guys feel the best when you're given that given energy. And how can you give if your cup is like empty with energy and with money on top of that? So you're gonna have to like replace and get rid of whatever systems weren't working. So for example, I'll use myself an example. And you want to make sure that you're looking at your personal year. So this is a universal year 9, and I was having a personal year 8. You guys' number. That's why I've been connected with your energies all year. And I knew I had to redo things how I used to do it. I used to do a lot of one-on-ones. I went to state fairs, and that's how I would do readings in person. I really enjoyed that time and that journey in my business. I loved it. And I would meet a lot of new clients that way one-on-one. But as soon as I hit the 8 year, and from last December, all of a sudden it was like something that clicked in me, clicked energetically without me even realizing and just walking into it. And that's why when you know your numerology chart, it helps when you're getting these nudges, these intuitive downloads, is because it's going to match up with your chart. So then I was like, these fairs that I've done last year was just not as abundant as it's supposed to be. It's not as big as it's supposed to be as it used to be. This is kind of not working. And I kind of started to go to business networking events, which is something I never done before. So I went to my first business networking event in December, and it was a huge one, a big small business expo in Atlanta, Georgia. And I went there, and all of a sudden I met 4 new clients at a higher ticket because now they're all business owners, and it just made me pivot into, hey, numerology for business owners. And that has been the energy I've been with all year. Now I started doing working one-on-one with business owners more and doing that. And that was not something that was in my chart before. And it didn't align until it just aligned this year. But at the same token, I have a lot of one-on-one clients. So I had to end a lot of those timelines in order to go into that. And it wasn't like a ricochet to the start. No, because the 8 energy is expansion. And I'm still releasing at the same time. But the more I released, the more newness came to that. So whatever your personal year is, that's how you're going to have to look at how your year has been. What did you need to release to go into what that energy is? It's going to matter. And so, for example, let's say you're in a personal year 7. So, light just fell. Let's say you're in a personal year 7 this year, and you're and this is a universal year 9. Then 7 is a very analytical number. It's a very spiritual number, and it's about a lot of research and doing data. So you're going to want to release systems in your business that weren't aligning energetically, spiritually, researchy. 7 is a number of truth and spiritual authority when I look at the 7. So you'd have to look at all truths in your business. So truthfully, be truthful with yourself. So look at the data. Is this system still bringing in the right amount of money? Because it's analytical. So that's how you want to use that number this year. So you look at the numbers, the data. Hey, this product isn't working anymore. This client isn't working anymore. This way, how I used to do it, my sales letter or sales messaging wasn't working anymore. And also, if you were in a 7 year, this was a great time for you to release and free up your energy to start writing a book, because the 7 years is a great year for you to write a legacy book in a business. But you'd have to release whatever was going to take you away from not writing that book. That's how you play with the energies. Now, if you guys really want to know how to play with your energies and how to maneuver it more with numerology, go ahead and click in my description. I have a numerology business and I have relaunched it for this month. It's just went live last week, and we are doing a 50% discount on the membership just for the week, because I want you guys to get in here so you can realize how you could use these numbers to help you in your marketing, help you in your scaling, and helping you expanding. I only put the numbers inside of the academy that you need. So even if you know numerology, I put it in a way that this is how you use it for your business. Your business has an energy, you have an energy, and when you combine it, you flow with the current, not against it. And for the rest of the year, whoever signs up, so within this week discount right now, whoever signs up, you get a one-on-one reading with me. So we go over your sessions one-on-one. So you see how I'm releasing that energy of the one-on-one at the same time, but because I won't be doing it next year anymore. Next year, whoever's enrolled, we're going to go once a month live to talk about the energy and do it as a group. That is the energy of how I'm going to use my universal year next year, which is a 9, which is a bigger expansion, like growth, but I had to exit out whatever was going to stop me from that. So that's how you want to use the energy, okay? So you guys are interested, it's going to be linked in the description. And, make quick decisive decisions when it comes to what you want. Decisive decisions this year. Use the energy of the universal one to start things. Don't stagnantly say, hey, I think about starting this podcast. I'm thinking about starting this blog. I'm thinking about starting this. No, the energy of the one is to initiate it and start it. And when you start stuff, it's going to feel good within your soul. When it feels good within your soul, that's what you're supposed to do. Because the energy is going to be amplified, you being an 8 and a 1, which means as long as it's in alignment, it will take off. But the energy of the 1 does not like waiting, and it's not. If someone approaches you, for example, say, hey, I want to do a book deal with you, I want your company, and I want you to write about your company, and we're going to do a book deal, and you're like, I don't know, let me think about it. That person's going to go to somebody else, and you're going to lose that deal. That is what I mean. Quick, decisive action. You find an employee that's going to be amazing for your business, that lines up with how your vision is, and you waver on hiring them, which if you join the academy, you're going to learn how to use their numbers to see if this is a divine actual team member for you. Because when you look at their numbers, it'll show if they're supposed to work with you. Maybe they're not in a year that suits you or a cycle that suits you, and you want to know that. But let's say this is a person, they match up, and you take your waiver in time and say, I don't really know, I'm going to go over it and think about it. Somebody else is going to snatch that person up because it's too late, because the 1 energy likes speed. So being in the 8 energy this year, I know it's a lot of wavering, and sometimes you could feel like you want to do something, you don't want to do it. but don't second guess yourself. Okay, guys, you're ruled by Saturn, and then we're going from Saturn into the sun energy. So it's like you will be rewarded when you take calculated risk and you take it and you move with speed and authority in your business, and you will succeed. As long as you're releasing what you need to release this year, next year it's going to initiate stuff. Things are going to go really fast for you guys. The third thing you guys want to do is put yourself first and then put your business first. What do I mean? If you feel sleepy and tired for the day and you don't feel great, don't try to power through it. Honor your body, take a rest, and then pull your energy back up and go into it. Don't try to work in burnout energy. Okay? Don't work in burnout energy. Make sure that you put your body, yourself first before your business. Your business doesn't run you, you run it. And also do and find ways to buy back your time, your energetic time. So if you're doing mundane tasks that you can give to someone else and employ someone else to do that, you need to do that within this year. This is what it's going to make you rocket, because this is a universal 1 year, which means one consciousness. So the employees that you hire and people that are going to do your social media, are going to run your ads, or are going to scale your business or partner with you, they're going to feel like one, because their energy is going to align with you. That's why you got to release, clients or customers or employees that aren't working with that energy for what your bigger vision is. This is bigger vision. We're talking about a whole new cycle. So implement new fresh starts and implement new fresh things. For example, this channel I'm going to go forward talking to you guys personally through your life path number, but for business wise. It was something I was wavering in my head. Like, I feel like I want to talk more to business owners on my YouTube channel. I don't know how to do it. Do I start a new channel? What do I do? The energy was going back and forth because I'm still in that 8 business energy, but also the 9 universal energy of release. So this is how I'm going to release it. Going forward, we're going to talk to you guys about business. That is where my heart is being tugged towards, because when you scale with numerology and energy, it really will rapidly pump it up and let you know why certain things are happening and where they're happening. And it gives you so much ease when you know what's going on. Now, the last thing we're going to talk about, expansion. This is going to be a big year for expansion because it's a 1 year. You guys are life path 8. You want to keep in mind what your universal year is, what your personal year is, I should say, and expand. Stop thinking about it and start doing it. Stop thinking and start doing. Expand. Think big. If you're at $10,000 a month, then you need to be focused on going $100,000 a month and beyond. You need to think big, because you guys are always trying to kind of lowball yourself a little bit. Well, let me just think logically of what I would want. No, the 8's about expansion. Expand your goal, expand what you're calling in, and expand your mindset. You got to stretch that limit that you guys have. Whatever your number is minimally right now, 10x that number in your mind and set that as your goal. Because if you set it higher, then you come in close or a little bit below or above is way better than what you're trying to set down here. Okay, your 8s, you need to expand. Remember, we're going into a magician year. Bim, bim, because the 1 is magician and the 8 is the expansion and growth. You want to run with it. And if you're living in America, it's a life path 8. America's universal year next year is a 3, ruled by Jupiter. So that means a lot of networking for you guys if you're in America, which I'm so happy that I started doing that last year. More networking. So think about networking events and networking beats. But you know what? Instead of going to the normal networking events that you normally might go to, scale above. Be in rooms with people that are higher than you. That is how you're going to rapidly ascend next year, okay? You want to network with people that are... So instead of the small business networking events that you might be going to, go to investor networking events. That's where, like, boom, take risk, calculated risk, and move with authority. You're going to come into unity with people that are calling you in, that need and want exactly what you have to offer, okay? And that is the last tip for you guys. This video, whenever you get it, reach it and see it in 2026, know that this is going to help you immediately implement what I'm telling you, and you will thrive, okay? And then, like I said, if you're interested in learning how to put numerology inside of your business, because I made this academy to help you to ascend rapidly by giving you only the numbers you need for your business. Besides learning your energy, your business has an energy too. In the academy, you're going to learn how to do that. These are 8 I just thought about that. It's 8 modules, 8. I might have subconsciously done that without even knowing because I'm in 8 years, 8 modules. So it's for the busy business owner that wants deep impact, quick implementation, and also at the same time can buy back their time by not being have to commit to a long program. And like I said, if you sign up now, you'll get that one-on-one with me for the last time because we're releasing that for the year. And then next year, we're going to be doing monthly activations for the month. So this is a 1 month, this may be a 2 month, and I'll activate you guys inside the academy so you know exactly what to do. Maybe you're thinking about launching something this month or not. And knowing during the monthly lives is going to make a difference for you. So if you're interested, go ahead and click below. Like I said, if you feel the energy, do it because this is about quick actions, aligned actions. All right, see you guys next time.